Howdy doody dandaroony there, YouTube land. This is Harlan Phoenix, and I just want to make a quick video here because there's something that just leapt out at my eyes, and I just have to talk about it. Before I get into what I want to say, I just want to give a little background on me. I like to read. I like to read things with words, like books, papers, poems, or sometimes just words themselves in no real collection or format properly recognized. So, a lot of times I'll go onto Amazon.com and just read about the different books that they have. Sometimes they just sound so awful, I'm like, no, I don't want to read this. Or sometimes they're so good, I'm just like, wow, I wish I could read this. This is the first time in my life, and all my rummaging, and I've rummaged Amazon.com without buying much for a good 2 years, because I'm a poor son of a bitch. I have found a book that is so horribly unimpressive that I want to read it. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a good book and I just don't know it. But the description, the product description that the book itself gives, is so unbelievably dull and unimpressive that were I not so dead set on being poor and having my shelf filled with only quality, I would purchase this book. Now, the book is called Rain by author named Tristan Day, and I'm going to go over the product description real quick. I'm going to explain why I dislike it, and why I'm decided I'm not going to purchase this novel. So I'm going to start, I'm going to summarize it. Just going to summarize it here. I'm going to summarize it twice. There we go. I'm going to summarize it twice. First time I'm going to summarize it, no commentary at all. Just going to give it to you straight up. Second time, I'm going to reread it again, giving my commentary between each sentence. And by the end, I'll have either convinced you not to purchase this book, or you'll purchase it anyway. Or you just never heard of the book and don't care. Whatever, I don't care. Alright, so let's go. I'm going to read the product description just for already. Here we go. For 15 years, the young Prince Morgan Craft was raised among royalty in the angelic kingdom of Moralvia. But a terrible act of betrayal thrusts him into an unfamiliar world where he encounters a group of rebellious citizens bent upon usurping his family's legacy. Soon, Morgan is made aware of an ancient legend that tells of an angel possessed of divine powers strong enough to reshape the kingdom and bring their creator back to the world. The young prince is forced to make a choice about his own future, which may decide the fate of all angel kind. Wow, that was epic. Let's go over that again with what I think. For 15 years, the young Prince Morgan Craft was raised among royalty in the angelic kingdom of Moralvia. First of all, the angelic kingdom of Moralvia. Moralvia is spelled Moralvia. The word moral is right there in the title. I'm starting to get the impression that the fact that the kingdom is very angelic and awesome is being shoved into my face, and I haven't even started reading the book yet. Punny names like that can work in stuff like Power Rangers, or a Saturday morning cartoon, like Thundercats, which is terrible. I love Thundercats, but it was terrible. So, I'm supposed to believe right off the bat, just by reading the back of this book, oh, this kingdom must be good, it's in their name. Alright, I guess we can roll with that. That's cool. And apparently our main character is a 15-year-old Morgan Craft who's raised among the royalty of Moralvia. Now, we're not quite sure yet if angelic is literal, like if they're literally angels. So we don't know that, so his name isn't that weird. Usually angels don't have names an American would have, or like a European, something like that. That's what kind of sound like his name is. Western. Usually they just have one singular name, ends in AL, EL, sorry. We don't know, let's keep going, okay. Sentence 2. But a terrible act of betrayal thrusts him into an unfamiliar world where he encounters a group of rebellious citizens bent upon usurping his family's legacy. Okay, back up. So, I'm confused. It says a terrible act of betrayal thrusts him into an unfamiliar world. Okay, I have to assume the betrayal was in his family. And after this he encounters a group of rebellious citizens bent upon usurping his family's legacy. Okay, I thought the kingdom was angelic. What's going on here? That's contradictory. Do the rebels come up after the betrayal or before? That doesn't make any sense, because if they're around before the betrayal, then the family must not be very angelic. Or the kingdom must not be angelic, I'm sorry. But an angelic kingdom had to be ruled by angels. And it's called Moralvia. It sounds overly perfect. Is he trying to go for irony here? Or whatever, let's keep going. Soon, Morgan is made aware of an ancient legend that tells of an angel possessed of divine power strong enough to reshape the kingdom and bring their creator back to the world. Whoa, hold up. Okay. So when this sentence says reshape the kingdom, is it being like literal, like he can literally reshape the kingdom, or he has like powers to lead and bring back their creator? But if his divine powers are strong enough to reshape the kingdom, I have to assume that if he's divine, he's doing it with his powers, like to literally reshape. Why would you need the creator to do that? Why would you? Does he mean doing it indirectly? Is he like indirectly reshaping the kingdom by bringing the creator? That doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. He's not very clear. If I knew, maybe I would want to buy this, but I'm just so confused and it sounds so uninteresting. Okay. Admittedly, not all that is bad. I mean, it's cliche. Horribly cliche, but I'm sure it explains itself beyond the crappy description. Let's just go to the last sentence. The young prince is forced to make a choice about his own future, which may decide the fate of all angel kind. What the fuck choice is he making? Okay. First of all, says angel kind, we now know he's an angel despite having the name of an American or British human. Okay, that makes perfect sense because that totally lines with every single piece of angel lore ever. But even beyond that, okay, what choice does he have to make? Choice to reshape the kingdom because it's kind of a good thing. I mean, his family's been betrayed and they're kind of evil now. I'd imagine he'd want to. I mean, and if he has divine power strong enough to reshape things, I'm sure he could make his family, not die, make them better. And he's bringing the creator back even then. He could easily just erase time at the end of everything. So he can't be nervous about saving the world, because he can obviously do it. Is he nervous because he's divine enough to be like a king or something? Because he's been raised to be king anyway. I mean, I get that impression from the first sentence. What the fuck choice is he making? I don't get it. There's nothing in here. Nothing implies a dangerous choice. There's a legend he knows rebels. It seems pretty obvious to me. He helps the rebels. Uses his divine powers. What the fuck? You're supposed to... if you're describing a book, you have to address the moral quandary or the dilemma prior to saying he has to choose between the choices in the dilemma. May decide the fate of all angel kind. What, to accept his destiny? What, is he just gonna not do it? Is that the giant moral question? He's just gonna not save the fucking world? The Moralvia world? The moral world? What the hell? This doesn't make any sense. Terrible act of betrayal. Okay, his family. Evil now. Betrayal in the family. Rebellious citizens already wanting to usurp the family. Ancient legend, because that's totally original. There's nothing about a choice in here. I don't want to read this. This is crap. I'm 4 sentences into a product description and it already sounds like the most uninteresting thing I've ever heard in my life. I would rather read Twilight while getting a knife shoved through my anal canal as I'm reading in a one sit through, than read this. I can't. This doesn't make any sense. Okay, I'm out, guys. I just wanted you to share this pain with me. I gotta go. Alright. Bye.